We'll just start recording now. All right, peeps, welcome. It's Thursday night. Thanks for understanding about our team call last week. I passed out at like 4 p.m. or 6 p.m. every day in the last week, basically. So thanks for understanding. I'm finally adjusted to California time. But anyways, that's not why you guys came on the call tonight. Tonight, we're going to be talking about the one thing you can do for your business for massive growth right away, which is going to events, particularly Summit. We've been talking about events basically on every team call. And we talked about Summit last month, I think. But Summit is coming up at the end of July, so I wanted to just discuss it again because it's like absolutely the most important thing that you can do for your business, of course, outside of the 3 vital behaviors. Brian Tracy, I just got off of that training call. He was saying that one of like the top 1 or 2 things that the most successful people in the world have done is invested in themselves and gone to as many events as possible, listened to audio as much as possible, personal development, and just been absolutely committed to ongoing learning and growth. So that's what we're going to talk about tonight. I hope the date is right. I hope it's June 9th today. I think it is. So before we get into it, I want to congratulate all of our peeps who got Success Club last month. Or actually this was last week. I need to update it. But this was the last week of May. And SD10 and up, we have Jessica Prescott, Mariah Grimes, and Shayna. SD5 and up, we have Amanda, myself. So we have Amanda P, Amanda R, myself, Chelsea E, Gianna, Chelsea O, Labrie, and Alyssa, and we had a ton of people that were almost there. We had Christina, Gina, Jade, Courtney, Nicole, which Nicole actually did get Success Club last month, so I'll make sure that I put the one for the total of the month on next week's team call. We have Leah, Amy, Leslie, Allison, Tara, Jessica M, Christy, Lydia, Danielle, Andre, Leah, Christy, Lisa, Whitney, Amanda, Debbie, Megan, Heather, Sarah, Andy, Tori, Kate, Kala, Alyssa, Jennifer, Erica, Megan. One of these days I'm not going to be able to read all these names. Heather, Dana, Chelsea D, Eddie, Caitlin, Laura, Jenny, Lindsay, Aaron, Danielle, Robert, Christina, and Ashley. And I'm like 99.9% sure that Chelsea D and Amanda that's on here got Success Club as well last month. So like I said, I'll make sure that I update that for next week. Need to know for the week. Again, all of these things that I tell you guys each week are in the Coach Online office, the top right-hand corner, breaking news, and on the Beachbody Coach 411 Facebook page. Our challenge pack sales for the month are 21 Day Fix and 21 Day Fix Extreme. Also, this has been open for probably about a month now, but Summit registration is open. So if you have not registered already, make sure that you select your track. If you don't know what that is, post in the team page or reach out to myself or anyone else that's going to Summit. Also, all the Success Club points for this month as well as last month are going to be doubled so that you'll get higher up on the wait list for the 2018 Success Club trip once they open registration for that. Ways that you can not get on the wait list and immediately get on there is to be an elite coach this year. They give you first access to registering. So that will be super helpful. And the way that they're going to take people off the wait list is the more Success Club points that you have. So you want to make sure that if you want to get on that trip, it's a free trip. Make sure that you get Success Club points this month because they're going to double them. Next, the National Wake Up Call this week was with Jessica Nelson. If you can track it, you can crush it, which I really like and I totally agree with because I think Brian Tracy actually talked about this on the training call. If you track your results and you're measuring what you're doing, that's the absolute biggest guarantee to figure out how you can improve your business. And once you start tracking stuff, you'll see where your areas of weakness are that you can work on and improve. Our groups, I totally didn't update this part of the slide. We have the 5-day challenge going on right now and also our plant-based challenge. So again, later this month on the 3rd week of the month, we'll have another 30-day challenge. Amanda and I have videos that we made for you guys that were posted in the team page. I'll make sure to update those in the files. And our Mission to Success Club group will start on the 15th of the month, and Sneak Peek Week is also on the last week of the month, as always. This is our June calendar. Everything is pretty much the same. This is pinned to the top of the team page, but this gives you how I basically how I built my business and stayed organized, was just by planning all this stuff out on a calendar, which is basically what my graphic designer put into this for you guys. And if you just do little things each day and plan what you're doing each week accordingly to invite people to these groups that we have, that's all you have to do. You just have to focus on those things. We also have Lewis Howes that's coming on our team call Wednesday, June 29th at 9 p.m. Eastern time. He's going to be talking about overcoming limiting beliefs and fears. I have chills just thinking about it. So literally, you guys, like, he offered to do this. I didn't ask him. So it's going to be epic. So you have to do everything that you absolutely can to make sure that you get there, because like who does that? Like, he has hundreds of thousands of followers. So we have got to get there and listen to him. Also, other than Summit, we have an Eric Worre event with Tony Robbins coming up in December. I have highly discounted tickets because I bought a pack of 25 last year for this event. I'm going to be talking more about this soon and reaching out to you guys about it. But if you want more info, let me know. Also, our Diamond Retreat, even though I'm not in Hawaii anymore, it's still going to be in Hawaii. So all you have to do is be Diamond by September 1st on the leadership ladder and maintain that rank for 30 days. The date hasn't been planned yet, but I'm thinking it's going to be mid-October because I have to go out there for a wedding. And it's all expenses paid. All you have to do is pay for your plane ticket. So what you will learn tonight is you'll hear from some people that have been at Summit before and what their successes were from that. The second thing you'll learn about is why you have to be at Summit. The third thing is how to get there. And the fourth thing is when it is. So I want to just share my story real quick before I hand it over to some other peeps to share. So when I went to my first summit, I was like a brand new coach. Like, I had signed up like that month or the month before. It was only me and my sponsor. I was brand new. I felt lost. I had no idea what to do. This was also back when I had my job, living paycheck to paycheck. I didn't have any extra money for it, so I had to put it on my credit card. But I know that I would not be where I am today if I had not gone to this event, because I didn't even know what Beachbody was. I had never tried their products or any of that before I started. The only reason I started Beachbody was because I wanted to help people lose weight. And I saw my friend that I worked with posting about it. I didn't even know you could earn money. I just wanted to help people. Then I found out that you could earn money when I signed up. Thought, I don't want to be this icky salesperson. But I just, for some reason, felt pulled to going to this conference because my sponsor told me to do it and she was successful, so I listened to her. So we went and I saw all these people walking across the stage talking about quitting their jobs, being debt-free, earning a six-figure income, some of them in the Millionaires Club. And I'm like, what the F is this thing? Like, this is crazy. And then all of like the leadership of Beachbody and the CEO, Carl Deichler, and meeting all the celebrity trainers. Like, it's insanely amazing. And just being around all the other coaches on our tribe and coaches on other teams, like, you cannot get that many like-minded people in one room if you don't go to events like this. It's insane. Like, I make it a commitment because I'm insane and I go to like 5 to 7 events probably every year because I invest in my business, and everything that I learned from these events has always doubled to quadrupled my income after I go to these events and applied what I learned. In fact, in Summit 2014, PiYo had just come out, and you guys all know I'm obsessed with PiYo. So they always have new product launches at Summit. And all I did was I applied what I learned and I posted about PiYo every day, and people saw me at this event. And when people are seeing you go into these events on your social media, they're going to be wondering what you're doing. Even if they don't message you, they're watching you. So anyways, my income quadrupled in 1 week after that summit by applying what I learned, and because I was so excited about the launch of PiYo. My push partner, Lauren, for some of you that have been on the tribe for a little while longer, you probably remember Lauren. I stayed with her in Seattle before I moved to Hawaii. But anyways, Lauren was a brand new coach at her first summit that she went to. She was a broke college student. She was barely making any money, but her sponsor helped her game plan and find a way to get there. So she went to Summit as a Ruby coach, earning about $50 to $100 a week. And then when she went, the next week she earned $526. So her income, she 10x'd her income basically. So the reason why I'm telling you guys these stories and why I'm telling you guys that you have to do everything in your power to absolutely make it a non-negotiable to get there is not because I want you guys to spend money or be stressed out because you have to rearrange your life, but it's because I would be a bad mentor and leader to not tell you that you have to do everything to get there because of the massive results that people have seen, the aha moments, and you're not going to get the same feelings that you get at events just coming on these team calls. Yes, these team calls help, and it's great to be able to come hang out every week and see each other, but it's completely different experience in person. The energy is contagious. It'll set your soul on fire. Like, I always come back feeling like I'm on crack. I'm so excited. Not that I actually know what that's like, but like, I just want to yell at the rooftops to everyone. And I already feel like that every day anyway. But, you know, it's also important because these events, like, we can all always kind of get into a funk or lose our momentum or lose our passion or lose our why. And that's why I go to these events so many times a year, because it still happens to me, because we're human. And, you know, we need to go to these things to remind us why we're doing this and to reignite our passion and our fire. So you have to find a way to get there if you're serious. We're going to talk in a little bit about how to game plan, how to get there. It's super affordable, and I've broken down and crunched all the numbers for you guys already. Plus, we are renting a summit house. Some of us are pitching in for that. So we'll be telling you more about that soon. Christine is helping me plan it. But now I want you guys, let me exit out of this. I want you guys to hear, whoa, why am I so big? I want you guys to hear from some people on the team. I see Robin first in the screen. I love the coffee cup 5-year plan. I'm going to unmute Robin. Robin is one of my coaches, and you joined, what, a couple months before Summit? Is that right? Last year?
1 month before Summit.
1 month before Summit. Okay. So you can share as much as you want to share. Just tell us what your best experience was, because I don't have all that much to talk about after I hear from you guys. So go for it. Go for it. Tell us just about your experience and how it helped change your business and all that.
I know a lot of people on the call are brand new coaches or have been coaching for like less than 2 or 3 months. So when I went to Summit, I was exactly in your shoes. And for me, it's great that people's income quadruples and you get these great results. But for me, it was about the experience and just being there. And it's unlike anything you've ever been a part of. I came from a corporate background in sales, and we would have these big conferences every year and spend all this money, and it would be just like this big rah-rah thing, but nothing can compare to Summit. Just imagine you're in a room with, you know, thousands, 20, 30,000 people, and everybody is excited. Everybody is supportive. Everybody is nice. I met people from Puerto Rico. I met people from all over the country that I still keep in contact with on Facebook. It's amazing. It's like I said, it's unlike anything you will ever experience. But more importantly, what it will do is it will validate every decision you've made about Beachbody. So to become a coach, to have the passion to help people. We all have those days and moments where it's just like, what are we doing? Why are we doing this? Nothing is working. Nothing is going right. But when you go to Summit, it's just like everything becomes clear, and you see all these amazing people on stage talk about their journey, and they're just like you. And they tell you that, and there's so much helpful information. I took like a ton of notes, and I still reference those notes to this day. And it helps me, and you learn kind of from the best that are doing it. But the one thing I want everybody to take away from this is, like Jessica said, make it a non-negotiable. Figure out a way to get there. It is a game changer, not for just your business, but just for you as a coach and as a person who's committed to doing this for a long time. You just need to get there and just be in the same room as all these other amazing people and get that energy, because that energy is going to give you the momentum that you need to get your business to the next level.
Thank you. Sorry, I was muted. So.
That's good. It's okay.
I love that last thing that you mentioned, because that was really what happened for me to going to all these events, that it impacted every area of my life. And that's why I got so addicted to going, because like I go to other events that are just not Beachbody. Like I go to every Beachbody event, but I also go to the non-Beachbody specific ones. Like my first non-Beachbody conference I went to was Danny Johnson, and she teaches you literally about how to be successful in your business, but also your relationships. She teaches you about how to become debt-free and all these different things. And like, I was not raised learning about how to be debt-free. My parents put everything on their credit card. That was their rule. I love them, but that was what they did. So I didn't have any knowledge about finances. I kind of sucked at a lot of relationships because I lacked self-confidence because of all the shit I went through growing up. I was just a messed up person. I was so negative because of all the stuff that I went through. And, it's funny because I was so like anti self-help when I started Beachbody, and I hated reading and all that stuff. But like, I'm going off on a tangent, but I think it's important to talk about this. Like, literally it has changed my life, because I know I say this literally on every team call, but I learned this at Tony Robbins. 80% of our success in life is from mindset, and only 20% is from action. So once you can get it right up here, your whole life will change. And once one part of your life starts changing, it's going to spill over into every area of your life. So I just wanted to throw that in there too. And I'm really glad that you mentioned that, Robin, because, that's the thing for me is like, I have the chills thinking about this. Like, I don't really ever I do think about the fact that I became debt free and made a 6-figure income and all this, but that's not even what matters most to me. Like, what matters most to me is how much my life has changed, and being able to like work with all of you guys every day and just being a different person. That's what matters. The money doesn't matter and all that stuff. So anyways, that was a tangent. Do you want to add anything about any of that, Robin? Or are you good with everything?
You're good. I'm good.
Okay. Thank you so much for sharing, girl. You're the best. Back. Dana, can I call on you? Oh, I got a burp. Excuse me. Hi, Dana. So guys, Dana is one of my coaches. You signed up the month of Summit last year, right?
I signed up about a week before Summit.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, girl, I was jumping through I signed up, and then it was like 2 days later was the deadline to get a Summit ticket. Oh. But I just saw it, on the team page, and I thought, I need to check this out. So I did. I bought a ticket. I jumped in my car. I drove to Summit. Didn't know anybody. I had just met Jessica online. What can I say about Summit? It's an amazing experience. I, like Robin, came from a sales background and went to a lot of different conferences. But nothing like this. It's like the energy and the synergy is amazing. And you learn a lot. Like for me, I think I'm so excited to go this year because I didn't know shit when I went. I had just signed up that week. So I was like, what? The 3 vital behavior, what? I didn't know what they were talking about. But now I'm like, thinking, I took a lot of notes, and I referred back to those, and it started all making sense as I got into my business. But now, being almost a year in, I am so stoked to go because I can't wait to learn even more. But I think, if I can learn something, and I just signed up like literally a week before Summit and went to Summit, and I came back on fire. I made Success Club every single month for the first 3 months. They call that Success Club Starter. I was on fire. I was probably more on fire the first 4 months than I have been, after Summit. So I'm excited to go back and reignite that fire and just be around the team. You get to meet the tribe and some badass bitches in this tribe. That's all I got to say. I love these women. Okay. I've hung out with Robin. I've hung out with Jess. Jess and I have roamed Hawaii. So I'm super excited to meet you guys, especially Christine, who I've been talking to forever, who's packing her stuff. So I'm super excited to meet you all. I hope you can be there because I don't think that you will have one regret from being there. Make it happen, make it a non-negotiable because it's really going to launch your business. And like Jess said, it's not about the money, but it is about the money too, because this is your business. You need to be able to make money in your business. You learn how to do that. You learn from the top coaches in this company. Some of them are not just 6-figure, 7-figure earning people. You hear from these people, and they were like us. They started where we started. So seeing this possibilities is just, I can't say enough about it. Just get your butt there, and we'll go have drinks at night.
Yes. and mimosas at brunch, because why not? So one question that I thought of when you were talking, and I'm going to go back to you in a minute, Robin, and ask you if you don't mind sharing. If you don't want to share, you can just be like, no, bitch. But anyway, me and Dana just have this anyway. Yeah, we're just.
we've had some fun.
But anyways, Dana, do you want to just share with us, I know for a lot of people, it's hard to get the money to go to these events. And I actually want to say something too I forgot to mention. You guys, I literally did not have money to go to these events every year until I started making six figures a year and a half ago. Like my first 2 years, I couldn't afford it, but I found a way. I made it work. So anyways, I was just wondering if you maybe had some tips on how you were able to afford to go.
Well, I mean, for me, I guess it wasn't too bad because I lived close enough I could drive. And then I split a room with somebody I didn't even know just because I was like, I'm going. So I, split a hotel room with somebody that was on our team. And then I just kind of pinched my pennies on the trip. This year I'm not going to because I saved some money to go. But, just pile up like sardines with somebody if you have to. Hitch a ride. I don't know.
People in hotel rooms, you can ask.
Make it. Yeah, I mean, figure out how much money you have to make when you get back to pay what you had to spend to go on the trip and make that your non-negotiable. Like, for me, I didn't make a whole lot of money when I got back, but I made money, and so it was totally worth it. I definitely made enough money in the first 3 or 4 months to pay for my trip that I went on. So, yeah.
Okay. Thanks.
Make it happen if you can, though. I mean, if you have to charge it, just make it a non-negotiable that you pay that off in 3 months, and you can do it. I mean, you just got to put your mind to it.
Yeah, for sure. I agree. Like that's when I tell you guys that I put it on my credit card, I'm by no means advising that you go into debt. But I am telling you that the way that I looked at it as it was an investment. Like I didn't have any college debt because I had a scholarship and they paid for my master's degree where I worked. So that was really nice. But even if I did, I still would have invested in myself because it's just like investing in yourself to pay to get a college degree. But the thing is like, we don't have to have a college degree for this business. All we have to do is learn, but we can make way more than doctors make, and they have to go to school for 8 years. So yeah, I think I'm going to do whatever I can so that I can earn more than a doctor. And I basically did it in 2 years. So what else was I going to say? I think that was it. So Robin, do you have anything that you want to share? Give me a thumbs up. Okay, head nod works too. Okay, so what do you want to share about how you figured out how to get there?
I just have 3 words: make it happen. I mean, if you've got to beg, if you've got to borrow, whatever you have to do, make it happen. I think when I went to Summit last year, I stayed with my cousin, God bless her soul. I slept on an air mattress, which is not my style at all. But I was like, you know what, whatever I have to do, I'm going to make it happen and I was really close. I was only 2.5 hours, so I could drive, and Dana was close too, but there were like three coaches made the trip, a drive trip from Virginia. And then I sat and I met and again, you just meet so many amazing people. I met a woman, a coach there in one of the breakout sessions. She drove from Iowa. So you have to make it happen. It has to be a non-negotiable. And not only did she drive from Iowa, but she bunked with like 5 other people in a single hotel room. And then she had to get up like really early Sunday morning and drive back because she had to work, like she's a nurse and she had to work the night shift that Sunday night. Make it a non-negotiable. It will do wonders for your business, for other aspects of your life. And I know it's for the new coaches. I know you're getting tired of hearing us say it because you really have to be there to experience it. So get there and experience it. And there's all kind of different options. I'm glad they're having it in Nashville. I'm glad they're having it in Nashville. Nashville is a very low cost of living. So hotel rooms will be a little pricey, but not as pricey as like a New York or San Francisco. So keep that in mind. If you can drive there, another good tip is you don't necessarily have to stay in the city center. You can stay kind of, in the suburbs. It's not that the traffic is not that terrible there. So just think outside the box. I think Miriam and Rob last year camped out. Yeah. So there are so many different options that you can do to get there, but just make sure you get there. And we are a loving tribe. So if you get there and you need some help, somebody will help you, but just make sure you get there.
I love it. Thanks, girl.
Yeah.
Love it. Let me mute you back. Yeah. And I actually remember, now that we're talking about all these things about how people got there, I remember my first summit that I went to. There's this girl, her name is Lauren Duke, and she's been in the top 10 before. I know that I don't think she's a 7-figure earner yet, but she's like a multi 6-figure earner, multiple six, whatever you call that. I don't talk very eloquently. You guys know that by now. But anyways, she said that at her first summit, she like slept in her car because she couldn't afford a hotel room. And I think by the next year, she was doing something crazy. Like I think she got top 10 next year or something like that. So anyways, that was pretty cool. What time is it? It's 6:30. Okay. Christine, I know you haven't been to Summit. I don't know if she can hear me right now. Christine, can you hear me? I think she's talking to someone. Did you hear me, Christine? Okay, you guys, so Christine hasn't been to Summit before, but she recently went to an event with us. When was that? All the months run together. I'm going to unmute you. Is this June? When did we go to that event? Was that April?
It was the very end of April, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, guys, Christine went to an event with us. It was her first event. We went to an Eric Worre event in April, and there was like 5, 6 of us there, and some people watching online. So that was Christine's first event. So she hasn't been to Summit, but I do still want her to share. Maybe if you want to talk for like 5 minutes, Christine, just because I do have a few more things to go over, like 5 minutes at the most. You don't have to talk 5 minutes if you don't want to. But if you just want to share a little bit about how you were able to find a way to get to the event, how you felt about it, and then what your results were. Cool.
Yeah. Well, as far as like getting there, that was one thing that, you have to kind of just do what you can, like all the other girls have said. And I just kind of used my resources, used what I had. My boyfriend was really awesome and, helped me. Situation. He knew that it was something that was important to me, and that was going to, help my business. So we kind of out. I've done what I could here and there, as far as, just making sure that I had, the means to get there, and was checking, like every day for flights as far as like the cheapest flight and what days, like everything I could to make it affordable, get there, do what I had to do. Cause I knew and at first I was like, I don't really know, really afford it. Like I said a couple times, I was like, yeah, it'd be awesome to go, but I just really don't think it, and then just something just switched, and it was like, no, you have to go to this, you have to do something. And I watched over the internet, the webinar for the Eric Worre event in October, and just I have to go to that because being there enough to experience. And Summit is just, I'm way excited because that's about Beachbody. It's about what we do. So, it's like you have to be there. And the event was amazing. I can't even describe I literally just got goosebumps and chills all over my arms, because just thinking about it was amazing. And the information, I still have information I know that I go over all the time. And I came back and was like, okay, they said to basically, kind of pick, 3 things that you wanted to implement. And that's what I've been doing ever since. And things have been changing little by little, ever since. And it's been phenomenal. And the results, it's just everything vary per the person. You still got to put work in and, to get the results. But if you take the information that you're given, the possibilities are absolutely endless, and it's absolutely amazing. And again, do what you have to do to get there.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Boo. I'm going to mute you back. Thanks so much, everyone, for sharing. I'm going to go over the last few slides so that you guys can figure out how you can get there too. Actually, I want to see a show of hands. What just happened? Raise your hand if you're effing excited as ever. Because I just wish it was Summit next week. Why am I the only, oh, okay. My internet connection is unstable. I'm like, why am I the only one raising my hand? It took a moment. Okay. Let's share the screen. Okay. So why you must be at Summit. I think you probably already figured this out, but no matter where you are in your business, if you're new, if you're struggling, if you're motivated, if you're a veteran, you need to go and you need to get people on your team to get there as well. So just teach your teams the same thing that I'm teaching you guys. And then this recording, I'll talk to them if you guys need help. If you're serious, you just have to find a way. And the way that you can look at it is that this investment that you're going to use to get there is going to be much more than the challenge pack that you purchased to sign up. It will pay you 10 times of what you invest. And getting your teams there to experience it together is so important because it's going to change their business and your business. And then you guys can come back and hit the ground running together. Like I said earlier, we're all going to be on crack and on fire after Summit. Not that we're not already, but I mean, I remember when I got back from Eric Worre, I was legit working like 12-hour days. And I'm like, oh, I live in Hawaii. The beach is right across the street, but it's okay. Like, I've got goals. People need my help. And a lot of days, I would take the phone to the beach, so I wasn't inside all the time. But that's besides the point. I was like so excited. So we're all going to come back and run together. And like I said, those that are serious about their business are going to make an investment. And the way that I feel is that it's a disservice if we don't get everyone there. And it's our job as mentors for me to tell you guys about it and for you to tell your teams about it. And so that we can ask you about going so that we can help you reach your goals. Like we've been saying, it's so much different in person to have the energy of other people. You get to hug people, like touch them. You get to know the team and other coaches. This is a picture from I don't think this wasn't everyone at the brunch, but this was some of us at the team brunch we had last year. And that was a year ago. So our team has like grown even more. It's so uplifting and so much fun. Like I mentioned earlier, it can't be replicated online. The workshops that they have, like Robin and Dana were talking about, are very valuable because they're from the top coaches in the company, the top 10 millionaires, 15-star diamonds. So what you can do when you go is pick an area that you're struggling with if stuff isn't clicking, and go to those workshops, whether that's developing diamonds, being a leader, growing your team, having confidence in sharing about Shakeology. You're going to have so many light bulb moments. And once those light bulb moments happen, then you're going to become confident and attract the right people. Because if you're feeling like you're not bringing the right people into your business, it's because like attracts like. And I don't say that to put you guys down. I mean, the type of people that I was attracting when I was a new coach, I was very negative. I was very much beating myself up all the time. So I was attracting those same kind of people. So that's why we have to continue to do personal development and go to these things so that we can attract better people. And you'll also learn from different perspectives from different people in the company because we all do things differently. It's all about doing the 3 vital behaviors. Like we can't not do those. But we all do things differently. So it's important to find out what works best for you because it's your business. Also, you get to work out with the celebrity trainers. Here's me and Sean T, one of the many pictures I have with him. You get to learn about the new product launches first before anyone else gets to know. And what you do is you model your business around the launch. Like we have, anytime a new product comes out, we do this. We've done it with Hardcore. What else came out? Hammer and Chisel. I can't remember all of them right now. It doesn't matter, but you guys get the point. And then your income will skyrocket based on that. Like I said earlier as well, it's going to be a game changer on your social media. You're going to get more engagement on your pictures, and you're going to be putting yourself out there with the business opportunity in a very nonchalant, I think that's the right word, way. And it's also going to make your belief more real, just like we all talked about. I remember my first summit, I saw all these people on stage for the Millionaires Club, Financial Freedom, all of these things. And I got to stand on the stage for Elite and Financial Freedom and Success Club, whatever, All-Star, and all these things last year. And I'm like, holy shit, this is amazing. And I remember seeing those people on stage my first year, and I was like, I want to be up there. So when you go and you see all those people on the stage, it's going to build your belief. And you'll believe that you can do it too. So how to get to Summit. Like we all have been kind of talking about, you just have to figure out all your expenses. Really, all you need to have is gas money if you're driving, hotel expenses, the ticket, which it's $200, well, $195, and then food. And then if you want to buy anything from the core, that's where they sell like all the apparel and stuff, money for that. So what you can do is you can create a separate account for Summit and deposit all your Beachbody checks in there. Game plan with your sponsor to get there. So even if you just get Success Club 10, you would earn $200 minimum from just that, and way more if you're Emerald and above, earning the Team Cycle bonus. So if you need $1,000 to go, that's about 25 challenge packs between now and then, which sounds like a lot, but it's still a month and a half away. So that's really not a lot at all. And if that's what you have to do, then you just have to do it. Like Robin was saying, you just have to get there. Like, I can't remember exactly the words that she said, but you just have to make it happen. It's totally possible. You have plenty of time, but you've got to start today. So you can start by getting on the wait list. I don't think there's a wait list anymore, actually. I'm pretty sure they took everyone off of it, or they are in the process of that. And then book your hotel room. You don't have to pay for anything when you book your hotel room. We are renting an Airbnb house. There's about 6 or 7 of us that are going to stay in it. My graphic designer is going to stay with us because she's going to Summit as well. If you can't go, you can sell it, and you can stay with others like we've all been talking about to split the cost, and it'll be tons of fun. And we can also start posting about it now on our social media to increase the amount of coaches will sign up, because we're promoting about it. And like I was talking about earlier, when you go to these events, it's going to be insane how many people message you to want to sign up. This was a post, I'll post this in the team page since we're about to run out of time. This was a post I did like last month or whenever that was when we did this call before. So I'll post that in there for you guys. So calculate the total cost. This is how you get there. You can stay in groups and you can in hotels, and you can get snacks to make it inexpensive instead of eating out all the time. So this is the total cost. These slides will also be uploaded with the recording for the team call in the file section. You can also take a picture of the slide if you need it. But the ticket's $195. The airfare, I just rounded for this. It was around $500. When it used to be in Vegas, I would pay $500 to $600 to fly from North Carolina to Vegas. So I would estimate that you would spend way less than that because it's in Nashville. I would say around $150 for the hotel if you're splitting it with others, and $150 for food. So that's approximately $995. This math, I need to update it because it's not 23 weeks away anymore. So I'm going to double that and say that if you save around $70 to $80 a week, you should have, you will be able to have the money for it. And like I said, 25 challenge packs as well. So when is Summit? Let me see how much time we have left. We have less than a minute. I'm just going to post a screenshot in the team page, but it's July 28th through 31st. There's going to be special parties and opportunity to earn photos with celebrity trainers and all of that. I see you guys typing in the chat box. I don't think I'm missing anything. We need badass shirts. I'm so distracted. Me and Christine are looking into shirts, by the way. Yes, you do meet lifelong friends. I'm missing out on all the fun. Okay. All right. So it's about to hang up on us. So we're